There you go. It's like MTV Cribs. It's a tour. Look at, oh my gosh, what an absolute mess. You know what the fuck? I don't even got pants on, man. I'm wearing long johns right now. Neighbors are looking at me. I gotta get back inside. Whoops. Come on, really? Who does that? All right, hey everybody, Popcan Dan. How y'all doing? Episode 2 of The Plan. First one's in the books, man. Not bad. You know, I got some responses from the first video, which I will talk about in a few minutes. Let me just get back to the first video, though. I noticed, well, in the first video, in the intro, as you noticed, I was wearing long johns, and I call them Canadian dinner pants and whatever. So, anyways, my wife was just watching the video the other night. And she got really angry at me, and she goes, "You weren't wearing pants and you put it out on YouTube." She goes, "What's wrong with you?" Well, the intro to this video, I'm not wearing pants either, so I'm going to get in trouble again. Hey, man, it is what it is. I don't know. I just don't like wearing pants. But hey, I've got sweatpants on now. I got them on today for this video. We're good, all right? So anyways, you know what? I got some fun stuff coming up. Let's get to it right away. Here we go. Okay, friends, here we go. So here's some of the comments I got from my last video, from episode 1. There was a lot of them in there. A lot of people just saying, "Hey, I love it. Great job, man." You know, and I appreciate every comment. You take the time to comment, man. That is so nice. And I do appreciate it. I read everyone, and I truly do appreciate them. I did get one from YouTube username Allegedly. Allegedly. I love that name. And all they said was, "I love this idea, the concept. I can't wait for the rest of this series." So the rest of the episodes to come out. I don't know how many episodes I got in me. I did the first one. I love doing the first one. That was good. This one, I'm doing episode number 2. I've got a lot of great stuff lined up. I got some funny stories, information from other detectorists, all kinds of crazy stuff, talking a little more about the code of ethics and things like that. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. From thanks Allegedly for making that comment as well, by the way. Randy Ferguson. I've seen his name a few times. YouTube name Randy Ferguson. Now he said, "Hey, what were some of your finds from this year?" And you know what? I didn't want to start making videos where I'm just showing people my finds from the year. I don't know. I'd rather you go back and watch my videos. How about that? But I did show my Spanish real, the half real, because to me that was very special. That was probably the highlight of my detecting career. 27 years this year I've been detecting, and I think that may have been my highlight. So anyways, I don't want to get into all my finds. I found some great tokens in 2020, but I don't want to get into them too much. But Randy did say to me, "What gear do you use? What is your gear? What are you using? What's your go-to machines?" So my go-to machine at the moment is the Equinox 800. This machine is just a killer, man. It is a beast. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. Before that, I had the Garrett AT Pro. Now, I still use the AT Pro in water. When I go, especially when I go camping, that's strictly my water machine, and it is a beast in the water as well. The AT Pro, oh my gosh, every time I go camping, I'm hitting the rings like there's no tomorrow, man. So this is kind of how I divvied it up. So the AT Pro is my camping water detector, or anytime I go water detecting. The Equinox 800 is my go-to detector. And I recently acquired a backup detector, which I haven't used too much, but I want to start learning how to use it. Is the Macro Simplex, the Nocta Macro Simplex. I don't know, I haven't really used it yet, but I have it. So this year, 2021, I'm going to start using that one a little bit more, get into that. What else do I got? I have an underwater, that black and yellow underwater, the small one that goes around for scuba divers and stuff. I do have one of those, and that's fun, man. I brought that to Mexico. I found do I have it over here in my display cabinet? I found a gold ring down in Mexico in the water, right beside a coral reef. It was phenomenal, man. Boy, the electricity that goes through your body when I was dusting away the sand and that ring appeared, I was like, wow, that's the real deal, man. And of course, I use a Garrett carrot as my pinpointer. I'm telling you, man, I had the black Garrett pinpointer before that one, and that was good. But I love the Garrett carrot. It is just a killer, man. I've had mine for quite a few years now, and it's still hanging in there. I know eventually in the next year or two, I might have to not upgrade, but get a new one just to play it safe in case the other one craps out of me. But hey, Randy Ferguson, that's my gear, brother. That's what I'm rolling with. Randy, why don't you comment back and let me know what you are rolling with? I'd like to know that as well. I always love to hear what people are, what they're swinging out there. I don't always get to see what people are swinging, but I'd love to hear, from you guys. So let me know. The last one, Official Gold Digger, man. He lives maybe an hour away from me, a little north. What did he put? High school dances. That was from my first video where I said getting rejected at my high school dances, trying to ask girls to dance, has prepared me for going to ask for permissions and getting rejected, so I don't feel that bad. Thanks for bringing that up again, Official Gold Digger, bringing back those bad memories, me getting rejected at high school dances by the girls. Thanks, man. And what else did he say? The code of ethics. Keep pumping out the code of ethics, man. People need to know it. And he said that. He said, it is sad, but people really need to know that. So yeah, man, I'm going to always continue the code of ethics for sure. Good stuff. Okay, so part of the concept of these videos is I sent out a bunch of messages to a lot of detectorists all over North America, even some in England, different things. I asked them a series of questions. Some got back to me, some didn't. But the ones that got back to me, man, some of the answers were phenomenal. So one of the questions I asked, this is a great question. Do you have a favorite? I call it a walk-up song, like in baseball. When the batter's on deck and they announce them now batting for, New York Yankees, number 99, Aaron Judge, and then a song starts playing, whatever the song may be. And I'll tell you what my song is right now before I get to this one. My favorite song when I go detecting, and this was bizarre because I was in the car one day and the song came on, and it was the last song I listened to before I got out of the car, and I was walking to my spot to go detecting, and I was humming the song in my head, and I was like, and then when I got into the field, I started digging. I got 4 coppers, man, within like 30 minutes, and I'm like, and the whole time I was detecting, I was singing the song. You know what the song was? Here it was. It just takes some time, little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright. That was my walk-up song, brother. It's been my walk-up song now for about 4 years. Anyways, I had asked, I don't know if you know Steph Tanguay, Steph Diggs. She's very, very well known, man, in the detecting community. You want to talk about a good ambassador to the hobby. She knows her code of ethics. She knows her history. She makes some phenomenal videos. You need to go check out Steph Diggs, all right? Really, really good. I asked her, I said, what's your favorite walk-up song? Here's what she said. I actually have an entire playlist, but it's all over. I listen to while I'm driving. I begin with, she goes, so I guess it's not a solid answer. Sometimes after I've done a killer day of detecting, though, I'm sure I blast the next episode by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg on my way home. Yes, really. I love that. And that's the fun part about this stuff, man. I ask some questions serious, some not so serious. You want to get to know your detectors. Steph Tanguay. Yeah, you check her out, man. You check her out. Okay, everybody, I got a really cool story for you. I want to tell you this, but I got to give you a bit of my backstory in order to get up to speed with the story. So I've been detecting, this is my 27th year. We're in 2021 now. I've been detecting since 1994. I'm entering my 27th year of detecting. Crazy times. 22 of those years, I had never even detected with another detectorist. I don't know why. I just never interacted with anybody. I was a lone wolf. And so finally I came out of my shell. I said, you know what? I had heard that there was going to be a detecting event on Toronto Island in Toronto put on by Radio World. and there were 50 people invited. And the reason I wanted to go was I watched the TV show Diggers, KG and Ringy, and I follow them on online, Facebook, and all that. And I saw they said, hey, we're going to Toronto, blah blah, and I'm like, I got to be a part of that. I want to meet these guys. So I went. I called and I was able to get on the guest list. Only 50 people going to this event. I was so lucky. I got on the guest list. I went to the event. It was on Toronto Island, and I met KG. I met Ringy. I mean, they're just nice guys. As nice in person off camera as you think they are on camera. They are the real deal. I met a bunch of other great people who are going to be lifelong friends to me now. It was just coming out of my shell was huge. Like I'd never done it before, and I'm so glad I did. I took that step. But now let me bringing up the speed on the story. So it's a seated event. They seed the beach full of coins on Toronto Island in the summertime, man. I think it was in July. I think it was like July 16th or some. Anyways, the beach was packed with people, man. But we had the spot roped off, and right where the rope line runs, there's people lined all the way down it, just suntanning and everything. And so during one of the seated hunts, I'm detecting. I got my headphones on, but I had Garrett ones, but they were small ones because I wanted to be able to hear all around me and stuff. So I go right up to the fence line. I'm detecting along the fence line, and there's a guy sitting there. He's one of these. I'm going to say a bodybuilding guy, and he's sitting there, he's all tanned up, and he looks like he's on the TV show Jersey Shore, and you can tell the guy's just oozing attitude, eh? And there's two girls next to him, and they're in bikinis, and they're, So anyways, I'm detecting right literally 3 feet from them, but on the other side of the fence in the seated area. And I hear the guy, he turns to the two girls, and he says, "Look at these losers. Look at these losers detecting. What a bunch of nerds, man." And he's laughing, and they're laughing, and I'm, you know what? It is what it is, So I just kept detecting, but I heard everything they were saying. And he goes, these losers and da-da-da. And he just kept going on, and the girls were laughing. I guess he was, the more he talked, the more they laughed, and he was probably one of these high school bullies. I don't know. So anyways, I continue on. I go do my thing. Later on, during one of the break, we'd have like an hour lunch break time. I go to the washroom, and it's a big public washroom, and I'm standing in there, and the guy comes in. And sorry, no, yeah, he comes in. I just left the washroom. I was outside, had my detector and stuff, and he comes out. And he looks at me, and he comes over, and he kind of looks around, and no one's around. He goes, "Hey, man," he goes, "Can I ask you a question?" He said, "I've wanted to detect my entire life." He said, "Ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to metal detect." He goes, "It looks so neat." He goes, what's your thoughts on it?" And it was right at that moment. This is the crossroads now. This is where the fork in the road splits. I could take this path, and I could say, "Take a hike, buddy. I heard what you said on the beach, and blah, blah, blah." I'm not afraid of the dude. I would have spoke my mind on him. I didn't care. That path. But that's not the proper path to take, especially with the code of ethics of detectoring and being a good ambassador to the hobby. I took this path. And how did I go on this path? I'll explain it. I looked at him. I said, "Bud," I said, glad to hear it. I said, "Let me talk to you about it." And I started telling him some stories and stuff and different things I had found. And you could just see he was genuinely intrigued. And he kept asking question after question. And I said to myself while I was talking to him, this guy was just trying to impress the girls. He really wanted to metal detect. But I guess he had a facade, or not a facade, but he had this kind of, he had this proof to the girls. No, I'm not like that, blah, blah. But deep inside, he is a nerd, just like me, just like all the other detectorists out there. Proud to say it, we are nerds, all right? So listen, and I talked to this guy, and this guy shook my hand at the end. He said, "Thank you so much, man." I said, "No problem. You have a great day, bud." He said, "Yeah." I said, "Look online if you ever want to buy a detector, da-da-da." And he walked away, and I said to myself, I'm glad I took the high road, and I didn't say, "Take a hike, buddy." But it was not the right thing to say. It's just a funny story I wanted to tell you guys. I never really told anybody that story. I've had a few incidents like that, but that was the funniest one where this guy was trying to be macho in front of his girlfriend, but he came to me on the side and he said, I really want a metal detector. It is what it is, man. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. All right, one of my favorite detectorists, man. He's on YouTube. It's called Digging Halton. Digging Halton, all right? Check him out. Mr. Kevin Flynn. You want to talk about a fine Irish name, Mr. Kevin Flynn. Yes, great guy, man. I talk to him all the time, and I will. It's only a matter of time. Maybe once the restrictions are lifted and the whole COVID is behind us. Kevin and I, we made a pact. We're gonna get together, Max. He lives probably about an hour away from me, and this guy finds all the good stuff. He really does. He's got a good heart, good code of ethics, good knowledge of history, great videos as well. You got to check him out, man. Digging Halton, all right? I asked him the same question. What's your favorite walk-up song, Kevin? Do you have a favorite walk-up song? Here's what he told me. This was great. The theme from the TV show The Detectorist is one of my all-time favorite songs. I can really connect with the lyrics. Will you search lonely earth for me? Climb through the briar ramble. I will be your treasure. I felt the touch of the kings and the breath of the wind. I knew the call of all the songbirds. They sang all the wrong words. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Also, the theme song for my YouTube channel for Digging Halton, it was written for me by a dear friend who never fails to capture the romance and passion of the hobby. This dude's got his own song written for him. What's up with that? Digging Halton theme song. I got to go back and listen to that. That song was written for him. I got to go back and actually, you know what? We all got to go back and watch Digging Halton's videos. Check out his theme song, man. That was written for him. Who does that? Okay, friends, I'm going to touch on a subject here. You know, we have fun here. We have some serious moments. We have fun. This is a serious moment again, man. I want to touch on a subject that really burns me up, and I'm going to tell you why it burns me up, all right? And that subject is people who plant fines, all right? I'm going to start by saying this. When you do this, you make an expectation that is so unreachable for new detectorists that they literally quit the hobby because they're finding trash in the beginning. And they're like, yeah, but this guy is finding all the silver or all the, whatever. And I can't find anything. And that is true with a lot of new detectorists. It takes time, it takes patience. But I see people out there, and I'm not naming names, but it just gets my blood boiling, man. When I know for a fact, because certain people's names get around the detecting community for planting fines. Now, I need to know what makes you want to plant a find in the ground. Here's how I see it. The people who plant fines are usually the ones who make videos. Usually. I know the odd person out there who doesn't, and when I say plant fines, you tell me how. You can literally go out every time and find bucket lister coins. I'm talking coins that have come along once in a lifetime in a public park, in a subdivision built in the 70s. I don't know. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people. I'm going to get some comments in the comment section, and please do comment. You're welcome, whether it be good, bad, whatever you want, man. You make a comment. But I'm calling, whatever you want to call it, BS. I don't want to say the word, but I see a lot of it out there, man, and it's just, I'm not an expert detectorist by any means. I work hard at it, but I'm 27 years in this hobby, and I'm still an average to pretty good detectorist. I know detectorists out there who are just gods. I don't want to use the word gods. That's not right for a detector, but they are, phenomenal at their craft. And then there's other guys out there who I watch and they're not even swinging properly, and they're pulling stuff out of the ground that is like, I don't know. I'm sorry I brought up this subject. I know it's a little bit of a sore spot for a lot of people, but here's how I'm gonna wrap this up. You're not fooling anybody by doing this, all right? People know when you plant. They do. A lot of them just don't say it, myself included. I know a lot of people they're out there who plant, but I will not say names. It's not for me to do. You're the one that's got to sleep at night, not me. But all I can say is you're only fooling yourself out there, man. You might look, people will start commenting on your page saying, wow, you did it again. Great find. You found 20 silver coins in one day. You were out there for 30 minutes and you found 20 silver coins. And eventually people are going to start to read between the lines there, man. They're going to read between the lines and they're going to see. And it's just, it's not, some people will say to me, and I've had comments in some of my videos, I put out a 10-minute video, and you know what? I found some average stuff. Maybe not even I call them a zinger in my video, just average stuff. And I've had a few people, they say to me, why are you putting out a video? You didn't even find anything. Well, you know what? I put out a video because that's the honest truth, man. The honest truth is you don't find something every time out. All right? These people who go and find these zingers every time out, a lot of them are planting stuff, man. So what I'm going to say here in closing in this is just be true to yourself, okay? Don't go thinking planting is going to make you a celebrity, or it'll get you sponsored to a major detecting company or something like that. Just be true to yourself, and that way you can sleep at night, and I think people will respect you more because they know the truth, all right? That's all I'm going to say about that one. All right, going to wrap up this video, man. I don't want to make it too long. The last one was 25 minutes. My wife goes, I've never even watched a show for 25 minutes, never on your video. My wife's my toughest critic, man, but she loves what I do. I think she does. Maybe. I got to ask her again. I think she loves what I do. She's very supportive, though. I'll give her a hats off, man. So anyways, I'm not going to drag it on. I don't want to make it a big, long one. May wind up being long. I don't know by the time I edit this. But anyways, I'm going to sign off. It looks like we got episode 2 in the books. A couple of funny things, but very controversial, this one. I pulled out a lot of the heavies. A lot of the topics I know you guys are going to be arguing about. I threw out something on Facebook the other day. I can't remember what it was. And boy, oh boy, the arguments started. And I mean, F-bombs were being dropped. I had to delete the entire thing that I posted just because, and it was something that was near and dear to my heart. But I had to delete it. You should have seen the fights that were going on. So in closing, I'm going to talk about this too, folks. You know what? Let's be respectful when you're on Facebook and these other social media platforms, all right? Have a little respect. Be professional, man. Be a good ambassador. Don't be out there bullying. I mean, some of the stuff I was reading was like, come on, that's disgusting. How can you even say that to another human being, So, folks, come on. Let's be professional, man. We're all grown-ups here, all right? That's it. Popcan Dan signing out. Take care, everyone. I'll see you on episode 3.